Good morning, everybody. I don't know why it's got to turn on and draw and zoom here, but anyway, we're looking at the map this morning, and it's for all different types of precipitation. My name is Jewel. Thanks so much for joining me for the weather today. I appreciate it so very much. If you're into the weather like all of us here, please don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and check off all. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to share, comment, thumbs up, and like, all that good stuff you do for me. Today, of course, is Thursday, the 12th of December, 2019. Now, what's happening? Well, we got heavy snow. Heavy snow. Look at here. This line right in here, it's going to extend later on all the way down through this portion of Oregon. And that's going to cause some very heavy snow, especially in the elevated areas, so you need to pay attention to that. Then out here, of course, we've got snow. Now, where it's looking green, that's like wet snow. The regular snowfall is in the white, of course, and it's not showing that right as of now. Right now, it's not showing it as of now, but coming up, possibly as far down as Charlotte, North Carolina, and over in this area, and then up the Appalachians and up and across. Freezing rain. Freezing rain is going to be happening, along with a mixture of rain and the freezing rain for the central Appalachians coming up tomorrow. Also, on this map, you do not see, but I want to tell you, up and down today, the coast of Florida, right in this area, heavy waves are coming in, going to cause beach erosion. If you have a small boat, I wouldn't go out in it unless you have a much larger boat that can handle it. So please be aware of that and keep that in mind. And the rip currents are going to be bad up and down this area of the coast of Florida also. Now, these lake snows that you see right up in here, that's going to develop today, okay? All of this stuff is going to develop today, so let's get right to it. I do have some watches and warnings. I would suggest you stick around to the latter part of the forecast because some of these things are very important for you guys, okay? Now, here's a NAN map. This is courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. This is going to go through Sunday, so let's turn it on and look at the big picture as what we can expect. Now, the storm over the middle Missouri Valley, it should move northeastward into the upper Great Lakes by tomorrow. This system will produce some light snow over parts of the northern plains into the upper Great Lakes today through tomorrow afternoon. Then we got another wave of low pressure over the northern high plains and the Canadian border. It should move eastward across the upper Midwest into the upper Great Lakes by Saturday. The storm will produce snow over parts of the northern plains overnight tonight, expanding into the upper Mississippi Valley by tomorrow evening, into the upper Great Lakes overnight tomorrow night. All of these places have winter weather advisories and winter weather warnings over the upper Great Lakes. Meanwhile, upper level energy is going to move across the Pacific Northwest and advance to the upper middle Mississippi Valley by Saturday. Onshore flow off the Pacific Ocean will accompany the upper level energy, aiding in producing rain and higher elevation snow from the Pacific Northwest, Northern California eastward, into the northern and central Rockies through Saturday. You guys have winter weather advisories and warnings also, especially for the higher elevations off the west through Saturday. Then we got upper level energy over the Texas Panhandle. It's going to move eastward to the southern Appalachians by late tonight, and it should be followed up by more upper level energy, and that's going to induce a wave of low pressure over the boundary over the northern Gulf of Mexico tomorrow afternoon. And as I've showed you in days ahead, you've seen where this ice could happen. Well, this is the reason why. Now, the wave of low pressure will travel to the southeast coast by tomorrow evening and northward to the northern mid-Atlantic coast by Saturday. The upper level energy will aid in pulling the moisture northward from the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean over the southeast, and it's going to produce light rain over parts of the southeast today, right on through the evening, and it will expand northward into parts of the mid-Atlantic and the Ohio and Tennessee valleys by tomorrow morning and continue to move right on through into Saturday. Like where I live, off the coast of North Carolina, I probably won't get the rain until Saturday. Now, overnight tonight, rain and freezing rain is going to develop over parts of the southern Appalachians and to the Piedmont, moving into parts of the central Appalachians and Piedmont by tomorrow. That will linger over the area into Friday night. So everyone, please be aware of what I've told you here. It's going to get slick right in these areas, possibly as far as Charlotte. You can see right in here, this freezing rain's coming up. It's moving right on up and across now. Be aware of this and stay safe. And so far as severe thunderstorm activity today, this is what it's looking like. We do have these thunderstorms that are expected to happen, but mainly during the evening hours and tonight, and they're across the southeast states, as you can see, along the Pacific Northwest coast for today. None of these storms that you see from Washington State to Oregon, so far as thunder showers and severe storms of this over into the Idaho area and across from Louisiana all the way up to portions of western and Piedmont North Carolina, they should not be severe. No chance of tornadoes, downdraft winds, or hail. However, this will change by tomorrow, especially for Florida. Now, as we take a look at the Watches and Warnings map, I'm going to start from the west and move to the east, okay? So, let's just start right over here. Right over here for Oregon and Washington State. You guys got about the same thing going on here. And what is it? Well, it's a winter storm warning, looking like if you're in the higher elevations, you could get total snow accumulations of 15 to 30 inches, with the heaviest accumulations being up over 5,500 feet. But the wind's going to blow like crazy, around 45 miles per hour. This is for the northern Oregon Cascades and all the way up into Washington State. And you're going to be under this winter storm warning until noon tomorrow. The snow's going to increase this afternoon and decrease late tonight. And please be aware of this. Also in Oregon, you can barely see it, but right here, there's a little bit of purple, and it outlines the entire coast of Oregon right along in here. And what is that? Well, that's a high surf advisory. It's looking like you're under this high surf advisory until 6 p.m. this evening, and large waves and hazardous surf conditions are expected in Washington, South Washington coast, and Oregon, Central Oregon coast, and North Oregon coast. And these are going to be some destructive waves that could possibly happen with overwashes of beaches, jetties, and other structures unexpectedly. And you can, if you're out in this, people can be swept off rocks and jetties and drown while observing the high surf. So please don't go out in these areas if you do not have to. And this goes on until 6 p.m. this evening for those areas. Now, wherever you see this pink, of course, these are winter storm warnings. You guys can expect anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of snow, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We have these winter weather advisories where you can have 3 to 6 inches, maybe 7 inches of snow in the blue as we come over to this area right in here. That's all blue for Minnesota, Wisconsin, parts of Michigan, right up in here. What's going on for you guys? Well, that area of low pressure that I've been talking about for days on end, well, it's going to pass to the south this morning, and it's going to bring snow that could taper off around midday or early afternoon. You're going to get another 3 to 6 inches of snow that's possible for northwest Wisconsin and east central Minnesota, with 1 to 3 inches along U.S. Highway 12. So you really need to pay attention if you're out driving this morning. It could get very, very hazardous. Now, in the pink that you see, of course, this is a winter storm warning right up in this area here. Well, this is going to make road and air travel hazardous from mid-morning through mid-afternoon today. If you're planning on traveling, please be safe. If you're planning on flying, you might want to check with your airlines to make sure if everything's going like it should, because 3 to 7 inches of more snow is expected. Now, this is in places like Forest, Florence, northern Marinette County, and southern Marinette counties. Okay? This is going to last until 6 p.m. this evening. 5 to 7 inches of snow is expected. So please, please, please be aware of what's going on. Now, we see all of this right here. All right, winter weather advisories from West Virginia down through portions of the Piedmont and western North Carolina. What does this mean? It's a winter weather advisory, my friends, a winter weather advisory. And it's going in effect from midnight tonight till 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. Freezing rain, total ice accumulations of up to 2/10 of an inch is expected from portions of, I'd say, central to southwest and west central Virginia, all up and down the Appalachians right in here, okay? Now, what you need to do now, also is for northwest North Carolina, of course, and southeast West Virginia. It's going to go in effect from midnight tonight till 7 p.m. tomorrow. This could cause power outages. The travel's going to be very bad. You know how it is. You can't drive on ice. Snow's one thing. Freezing rain's another thing. So please be careful. Please be aware of what's going on. The temperatures are going to fall below freezing in these areas, and it's going to lead to this rain turning into freezing rain, and it's going to turn to ice. So that's a quick check of what's going on today in the areas. Please be safe if you're in any of these areas, and be aware of what's going on around you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. You know I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and I love you all. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Thanks so much for watching.